Hello. This is going. We're all going. We're going good. Okay. Let me know if the volume's too quiet. I can always change this. Hey, Lucas. This is for real this time. Hey, Joel. This is for real this time. Hey, Josh. This is for real this time. Glad you all can make it. So, as I say on the Facebooks, this is the last live stream until November. So I'll be gone from October 3rd to October 31st. But stay tuned. Keep your YouTubes open because I will be getting a pocket Wi-Fi thingy that can do 4G speeds or whatever in unlimited amounts. So apparently, like up to 20 gigabytes, which will be plenty. So I'm planning to do at the concerts and such that we're playing at to have on the phone have YouTube live running, so then we can all enjoy that stuff. For those of us who can't go to Japan this year, maybe I'll probably do a little bit of at Shaman Camp too, but I'll probably not be able. Most likely I'll be kind of focused and might not get around to it. But I will have a camcorder, so at least we'll be doing some documentation. Oh yeah, the itamaki. These are new itamaki. Why? Because, basically, I had ebony and snakewood on my last set. And snakewood is very, very hard and oily, I believe. And I soaked it in acetone for quite a while to take away some of the oil from the surface. And so how long did I have it in there? I was using it for a few weeks, I think. Basically, long story short, too late. From the turning of it, it just cracked. I saw on one, as I was playing in San Francisco, I looked, and on the joint from the ebony and the snakewood, there's this little hairline crack that definitely wasn't there before. And it was still holding in from the inside because I had a mortise tenon sort of joint. So it was holding there, but the area around it was separated. And then in San Francisco, I was tuning the other one, and I felt a crack, even though it looked whole. It looked seamless from the outside. I think on the inside, something had kind of cracked. So, a month in Japan with a lot of performances, that's having an itamaki come off is risky business. So I replaced them with some of the extras I had. These Tokyo Agaki, the company that makes akatsuki, gave me a sample of these about 3 years ago to use at the Taikai and to try to sell them. Basically, it has one piece of, I will say, faux beko, fake tortoise shell on one end, and the butt end as well. And then when held at the right angle, it looks like it's on multiple sides. Nobody was interested at the Taikai, though they looked. And I found it didn't really fit my style for the other shamisen I had. And at the time, we didn't have akatsuki or eclipse or anything. But even then, for a standard shamisen, it just looked a little too much. However, it fits pretty nicely with the snakewood, I think. But I'm bringing another set of the snakewood ebony itamaki to Japan. It'd be cool to use them if I could. Quick questions. Yes, Carl, howdy. Did you get the brie joke I sent you? I'm curious, how many shamisen do you have? That I play, homemade shamisen I have 6. Though I wouldn't play the other. The previous one was pretty good. The other 4 I wouldn't play anymore if I didn't have to. I have Sakura, Eclipse, Akatsuki, product samples. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 10 Naguta Shamisen. In those cases, though, or 8 maybe. In those cases, I bought a lot on Yahoo auctions, and they were completely broken. Like the tenjin was snapped off, some missing itomaki and skins broken or dough broken. Buying them cheaply and then just repairing them all to use for students. Let's see. Yeah, 6 myself. I know it's a shame that those snakewood itomaki broke. This is a set. Oops. This is a set I'm bringing. I'm bringing 2 to Japan. 2 sets. One set is for Kiju Kitamura, who does the ripple skinning. He wanted a set, though I'm a little afraid that they will break, but I won't tell him that until it happens. Because who knows, it might not happen. But it probably will. And this is a set, another one that I made I made this extra set because I want to have a mortise and tenon joint here, so that wouldn't pop off. However, doesn't seem to matter because this is where it snapped in the previous set. So I don't know. At least it'll look nice for a little bit. So that's one set. It took a lot of time. I definitely won't do it again with snakewood, but part of me wonders if it was another kind of wood, maybe it would have been just fine, like bloodwood, paduk, or something. But I don't know if I want to risk that again. Let's see. Yeah, fortunately the snakewood on the fingerboard hasn't split. There's no reason for that to, unless it gets really hot. I imagine if it gets to like a 90, 100 degree day, it'll probably separate. So you don't want to be in that situation. Carl, if Shamisen Live returns in November, I hope it'll be Movember. Mustache, you mean? Yeah, you start it. You start, and then I will join you, for sure. Yeah, I sure hope it doesn't separate. Though I have seen Shamisen definitely. Well, I hope. I've seen another shamisen that has snakewood on the top, as well as actually the itomaki that has snakewood. Both seem fine in that case. Yeah, I really hope that doesn't separate. However, actually, I think the reason why it's really separated for this is because of the turning, the torquing of it is a reasonable reason why it would have snapped, a rational reason. Because that's a lot of force in the turning. In fact, now, Joshua, now on the itomaki, oops, wrong camera. Now before the itomaki was just acrylic. For the acrylic itomaki, it was just a solid acrylic piece. Now they have kind of a metal core over here because it would just snap with the turning and such. So it's reinforced with the metal. So yeah, there's a lot of force and pressure being acted on that area. Johnny Peets. Carl Hillen. I changed strings last time I played. Even now with the Shinobi Goma, it feels like a new instrument. Excellent. Even with the Shinobi Goma, that's impressive. An impressive change. Johnny Peets. Took my shabo to class today. Excellent. I have a big 3-4 hour gap between one class and my next one. and I have time to tune in during it. Excellent. Do you have anyone join you? Hopefully people can join you too. Okay, before we start, one final thing to show. As maybe you've seen on the Facebooks or the YouTubes, Josh Curry's, who's with us today, his bachi are complete. These are just a sampling of the colors. He's also got a nice cherry red. I believe that's the kind. A cherry red color for it here. And he also is, let's see, we've got maple handle, which this is my favorite with the blue. Looks so futuristic. Walnut, I believe this is walnut. Green, walnut is the choice. And then cherry, which also looks very nice too. As well as the faux beko material. It's not the same as the one on the store, but it's acrylic with a beko-like texture or look and feel. And paruk wood, and then there's other options: rosewood, kokobolo, or whatnot, wenge, I think. So different options, and those will be coming soon after I come back from Japan. But I'll be taking these. Several Shamisen players, including Masahiro Nita, and others, have already expressed great interest in these bachi. So who knows? These might be spreading pretty quickly. So thanks again to Josh for allowing me to kind of join in the process to work out little fine details and such to make it as awesome as possible. It's super cool stuff. Super cool stuff. So I'll be bringing all of these, and we'll be playing this one today. Okay. Yeah, I thought for Joe Cortez, he got a Sakura Shamisen, and he specifically wanted blue acrylic Itomaki instead of the pink, and he also got a kind of an ice blue Dokake. This would be perfect. Okay, so we're going to start. Set your shamisens to the key of C. Joe Cortez, he's on the community group on the Facebooks. Joe Cortez, he went blue with his Sakura. I thought it would look strange, but it actually looked pretty nice, the blue and the purples. Put this over there. Okay, ready to go. We're going to do some epic sweeps. Oh, excuse me. Joshua, if you're in CGC, that would be Niagari. Yeah, so you'd be in Niagari. Sakura is pretty nice in that scale. Traditionally, it is in Sansagari, but we're mostly playing on these two strings, which, whether it's Sansagari or Niagari, they're the same. Sansagari really only changes the root. Okay, so epic sweep time. Here we go. We're going to start with this is going to use Suberibachi a lot. And we start on Ichi no Ito, position 6. Yeah, here we go. Let's see the bachi here. Oh, actually, no, I'll just move it back. There we go. So position 6. and suberi to 4 ni no ito. Then 6 on ni no ito. And that'll be a separate note, a separate strike. So strike, suberi, strike. Hey, Connor. Then, from there, we suberi to 4 sa no ito. And then 6, strike. Suberi is is where you strike this string and keep the bachi down and slide over to the next string, sounding the next string without raising the bachi. So this is the same motion without suberi. Suberibachi is strike, raise, strike. Suberi is strike, hold it down, slide, and lift. Why do that? That's a good question. It's for maximum speed. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's true. It helps to speed it up, and it does change the tone a little bit. And actually, more than changing the tone, it is more for speed, I think. Oh, actually, it does change the tone a little bit. Here's suberi. Without suberi. Interesting. Without suberi, it's more thwacky, I think. Okay, Akita ni katabushi. I gotta get used to speaking Japanese again. Akita ni katabushi uses Suberibachi almost in the whole song, like this. This is something we couldn't do without the Suberibachi. It does change the tone a bit, but definitely makes everything more efficient. Okay, so we will do Suberibachi for 6 ichi no ito to 4 ni no ito. Then regular strike 6. Then from there, sa no ito 4, we suberi to there. Ben, good to have you back. We've missed having you here. And we've missed your submissions. You only submitted to the first contest. It's like, where's Ben for the others? Connor, was there earthquakes in Santa Cruz? If so, maybe it was in the middle of the night. I didn't feel them. So we're going to, let's just repeat this. 6, 4, 6, 4, 6. 6, 4, 6, 4, 6. 6, 4, 6, 4, 6. Suberi, suberi. Suberi, suberi. thing is keeping your fingers really relaxed, not mashing down too hard. It's a great thing about having such low string tension and action and such, as you can just, it's almost like just with your, almost like wrapping your fingers, but just moving. No pressure at all. Then, being busy, yeah, of course, I understand that. So next part. So we're going to do 6, like before, 6, 4, 6, then suberi to 3, suberi to open sanuito, then 3 sanuito, hajiki, 2 hajiki. There we go, okay. 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, and then if you want to do here, hachiki to 0 to kind of smooth into the next. Like there. Hachiki. Then 3, 3, 0, 2, 0, mid 3. You know 3. Then sanui to 0. 6, 4, 6, 4, 6, 0, 6, 4, 6, 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0. And we can just repeat that. Hey, Jose. How'd you like it? This is really good practice for keeping your bachi tip, making every strike clear. Then, after this, twice, then we're going to switch to 7. We can do it slowly, Johnny. I know you can do that slowly. Then, hey, Katana Rama. Then 7. Well, you just kind of work up to wherever you feel comfortable with. Go to your limit, and that can be even this slow. If that's as fast as you can go, that's great. Then, Ichinoito 7. And then it's the same motion like before. But we do 7, 6. You do 7, 6, 7. San no ito 6. So ichi no ito 7, ni no ito 6, 7, san no ito 6, then san no ito 9 with your pinky. And then hachiki to 6, san no ito. Like that. A variant that might be easier to hear in the inner ear is to hachiki on 4 on san. Hachiki to 4 on san. Excuse me. Then 6 in hachiki to 4 ni no ito in the previous part. Oh. Then 6 hachiki to 4 ni no ito. I'm not sure what you mean. Like that? Thanks, Joshua. Explain what you mean, Carl. Till then, let's move on. Oh, I see. Oh, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, the first time. Yeah, we can. So we can do that. Then, as Carl said, 6 4 6 4 6 hachiki to 4. Ni no ito 6 hachiki to 4. Then 6 ichi no ito 6 suberi to 4. Then with your pinky, I think 7 hachiki. That's a little tricky part, but. Could do that. 7 4 6 4 3 hachiki. That's pretty cool. That's nice. It kind of changes a little bit of a rhythmic feeling. Or melodic feeling. Ooh, that's nice. Truth be told, I was a little for example, the next part is that. I'm really happy with the other two parts, but for here specifically, I wasn't really happy with this twice in a row. I was thinking, like, what else can I do to spice it up, but nothing came to mind. This is a great thing to do. Aye. Good idea, Carl. Then. Oh, maybe. Use that slide in somewhere. 1の糸7、2の糸6、7、3の糸6、9、8ギタto 6. Then again. There we go. 7, 6, 7, 6, 9, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6. Now we'll go 7, 3の7, 3の糸7, 8ギタ6. Oh, glad you could make it, Joel. Thank you. Look forward to bringing you and everyone else more live streams in Japan and such. Thank you for tuning in. And this will be 7 8ギタ6, the 2の糸7 8ギタ6. Yeah, this would actually be good. Too bad I'm going, because this would be a good challenge. This would be a good contest, Shamisen Live contest thing, because you can add in your own melodic stuff. So, then we're going to do 9 1の糸. What's it? Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. Then 9 suberi to 2の糸6. Then 7 again to repeat. Oh, Tsugaru, Jose, your shabu should be shipped pretty soon, because they're stored, because Masahiro bought them all, Nita-san bought them all at that lower price. They're at their own kind of warehouse, or their home, at his home, I think. So it should be shipped pretty quickly. Carl Headland, yes, question. Even that you can now repeat, just go back to 6. Carl, what is your opinion on suberi followed by suberi versus suberi, then upstroke, then downstroke? Well, you need a downstroke before, don't you? Before doing a second suberi. Oh, you mean that takes skill for sure to do suberi, like to the next string after the previous suberi. It takes skill and to have the right amount of downward force to make each note clear without getting stuck or sliding too fast. To make it like a chord. Yeah, unfortunately, shipping cost is really expensive, unfortunately, for the shabo. Japan Post for you. Upstroke and then downstroke. two separate motions, really? Well, wouldn't really that be two separate motions? Oh, I see. It's like cross picking for guitar or such. Ichi down. Ichi down, ni suberi. I've never really done all that much of that. Hey, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure. Let's do the first transition. Oh, relating to this particular sweep drill. I see. Okay. I forgot about. I didn't realize it was in context with this particular drill. Suberi followed by suberi. Suberi upstroke, then downstroke. Okay. Otherwise you get the skin strike on 1 and 4 instead of 1 and 3. You could. You could do that, though. When you pick up the speed, I like the kind of flowingness, the flow that happens when it's the downstroke suberi, downstroke suberi. It's something that really gets your head nodding, and in this sort of way. Because this is just flowing. That would make my head go more bang up and down for the strikes, which is fine. That's what you're into. Who's the fastest shamisen player? I want a comparison. Reagan, for sure. Oh boy, I'm gonna be playing with. Switch cams. I'm going to be playing on the 9th with Kevin, Mike. No, that's Kevin, Masahiro, Reagan, and Yutaka Oyama, who I haven't played with before. I feel even playing with Mike and Kevin, both of them are just incredible players, especially, left-hand stuff. But with them, I think maybe because we all, like Mike and I, kind of started with Kevin, so with improvising we both have a similar mindset, as it were, because he was like our source, or our first root or base or whatever. And of course, he does incredible things that I don't do, don't and can't do as well. But even then, I still feel more on a similar page with him. We both have our own talents, or our own specialties, as it were, for shamisen. That really connects well. With Reagan, I instantly feel like if this is Mike and if this is Reagan, I instantly feel the difference, like, right away. Masahiro a little less so. Of course, he still is more. Maybe I'm more comfortable with him, or knowing him longer, don't feel quite that far. But just Reagan is really out of this world in terms of his clarity with the bachi hand, and his precision with left hand, and his speed and everything. Oh my goodness, wild stuff for sure. Excuse me. O'Connor, check out earlier in the video I talked about the itamaki there. Carl, because there is upwards movement anyway when doing multiple suberis. On the guitar, the sweep is down or up all the way, but I digress. Yeah. In Sweden. Yeah, there's actually others. In Norway. Hey, Carl, what's his name in Norway? Orgio. I don't know if he's still playing. I know there are other players in Norway and other areas in Northern Europe. And more, I think there are several others in Sweden besides Anne and Grant. Kyle, I'm going to send Reagan a question on Facebook later then. Okay. Oh, Finland, right. Okay. We can repeat that. 7 6 7 6 9 6 7 6 9. 9 suberi to 6. 2でしょ。7 6 7 6 9 6 7 6 9 6 7. Wait, more time. Sorry. My mind and fingers are going in the right direction. 7 6 7 6 9 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 7 6 9 6. From there, to resolve, we go to 10, same motions. 10, 9, 10, 9, 10. Ichi, ni, ni, san, san. Then hajiki to 9, from 10 to 9. 10, 9. Then 10 again. From here, so 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9. From here, with our pinky, we're going to stretch up to 12. Then 12, hachiki to 9. Like that. then 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9, 12, 9, 10, 9, 10, 9. Then again, 10, 9, 10. Oops. Have any questions about that? Please write them now. Then, suberi I always played on Suberibachi. It doesn't have to be Suberibachi, because I'm just playing it up here so it's easily viewable on the screen. But maybe for things like rokudan or for like that. Then, yeah, it is Suberibachi for suberi. I don't know. I've never really felt it being required only for suberi. Oh, only for Suberibachi. Tips on playing full Suberibachi. It's hard to rest properly the right arm. Well, first thing I always say is your arm, with or without shamisen, should be just relaxed and just fall at the side. Then we simply just raise our arm, shamisen go in, and hand goes down, arm goes down. It doesn't go out. It shouldn't go out or any kind of different motion, any different kind of position. Just like this. And from here, if you have this relaxed, I think just that's just that swinging. Oh, Carl, that reminds me I guess at the last Shami camp, not the last Shami camp, quick personal camp. At the last Japan Fest in Atlanta last year, the first one we did with Mike, we were requested to do Kodo by Yoshida Brothers. And, Mike and I, we don't like to get requested to do, we don't like requests for Yoshida Brothers songs. Nothing wrong with them, but, we kind of like to do our own stuff. And we were just we were joking about, kind of, not how cheesy Kodo is, but this is live, I can't take that back. I don't know, just, it's cool with the power it has, but for us a little predictable, especially knowing, all the crazy stuff Mike comes up with. Compared to that, it's a little more predictable. But halfway through it, our arms were just getting so worn out, and it brought to light that when we're playing shamisen now, we're doing these kind of more delicate things that don't really use much arm power. So then when we finally have to get back to doing that, or kitano hibiki and such, like, whoa, that takes some stamina. We have to build up. Okay, story finished. And then there's the ugly truth. It's a problem with his life. Can't take it back. Boy, the was that 2 weeks ago or so, doing the Japan Fest with Mike, we played, we only had to play, I'll go to personal cam again. We had 4 shows. We had 5 shows. One was the Hibiki concert, which footage will be coming soon, I hope. That was an hour. And then we had 2 half-hour shows on one stage and 2 half-hour shows on the food court stage. No problem at all. However, because Mike and I are there, we don't see each other that much. We both have our shamisen, and along with the fact that when we keep playing, people will come to our booth attracted by the sound and buy CDs. So we basically were playing almost non-stop, little breaks in between, for well over 5 hours, I would say, just playing. And of course, to get the crowds, Kitano Hibiki was a song we did a lot. So, boy, at the end of the 2 days, our arms, especially mine, the last performance we did, I could barely swing it because it was just so sore. Mike has done shows like that before, not playing the full tsugaru kind of power, but he said he would play cruise ships, and 4 hours at a time, like with the klezmer band and such, and just kind of sight reading, just playing the notes but not getting too powerful to kind of save his strength. It was funny at the Shami camp that a couple of times he forgot that he was in public, and he would just, I guess, sensing the somewhat ridiculousness of it. I mean, just people are attracted to the sort of thing, and such and such, and he likes more of the fancy stuff. So we finish a song, and people are going by, and he's just like staring at them, and just starts doing this stuff, and he's like, "Hear me, hear me, knock knock." It was funny at the time, and then he would laugh and say, apologize that he forgot that he was in public. For sure, this would be much nicer. Now I look forward to next year, Japan Fest, to have one of these and just wail away. Let's see, could do the same comparison with some forms of metal. Yeah. I think you'd still have juice in your arm until the moment you can't hold the beer with it. That was almost. Okay, let's just quickly tie this all together. So, and this, I'll have notation for this this evening. Oi, that's it. Hey, glad you like it, Jose, and maybe next month. Hey, practice it all. Those who are looking at this and remembering it, practice this month, and then when I get back, we'll have a Shamisen live contest. Thanks, Carl. Yeah, I really like this. And it was very spontaneous. I didn't even plan for it for Shamisen live. I've been running out of ideas, but I just was goofing around, and there we go. Thanks for your tip about the little different phrase. Get used to that. Katana Rama, is there going to be another lesson next week, or you'll be busy with Shami Camp? Next week, I'm going on Tuesday, departing on Tuesday, so I won't be here for it. However, we will be doing, thanks to the old K-Tai, the old phone with the Wi-Fi puck thing with high speed, I'll be doing some live stuff, maybe at Shami Camp. At Shami Camp, possibly just like here and there, check-ins, or at least the concerts. Definitely the contest. Definitely the concerts. Let's see, Kyle, before you leave, any tip to practice hard hajiki progression on 3-4 Stanuto? 4-3, you mean? You mean like that? Well, Johnny, yeah, well, I'll be doing live video on YouTube with the Samsung, and then we'll have a camcorder, and we'll be doing like more, I don't know, getting more footage, that editable footage for the Shami Camp, and then other things. So hopefully some fun stuff. 430. I think for practice, getting a hard hajiki would be not pulling. The one that goes 430 30 0430. I'm not quite sure. That's a kind of an interesting rhythm. 4 3 0 3 0 0 4 3 0. Well, if you want to get it sharper or harder, I should watch one of your videos again just to check how you're doing the hajiki. I wasn't quite looking at that part. I think one thing that can help is, is maybe you're doing hajiki by rotating like this. But if you think of not doing the hajiki by rotating the finger, but by just pulling it back like this. almost directly back in on itself. That gets really snappy, really hard and snappy. Then you can just repeat it. Much easier than a fuller rotational motion. Yeah, for both of them. For both of them. Oh, Connor, you're not annoying. Not at all. Oh. For both of those, both fingers will be going back in on themselves, as it were. This will be going back in on its ring finger. This will be going back in on its index finger. So there's like almost no rotation this way. So this is rather stationary. Okay. Let's see. Ronin, I'm no expert, but really the best you can do for kamashi that are hard is just to keep practice. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Hey, it's past 2 p.m. Time for the Abbott trip to Costco. And I will have a good month, everybody. We'll be in touch on the YouTubes and the Facebooks and whatnot. Look forward to some videos, assuming nothing goes wrong. Yeah, make some videos for that. Sort of drill, if you wish. Don't feel you have to wait till next month to do so. You can do so now. I will see you all later. Thank you all for joining me today, and thank you all for joining in the past year, whenever we started. It's been a lot of fun. Alrighty. Yeah, thanks. Please post stuff. No, thanks you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. Alrighty. Off for shenanigans. Have a good one, everybody. Now, turning this off. How do we do?